Hello everybody, Kevin here, Raf3094. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are back with another channel monthly update video. And today we're going to be talking about the daily uploads and the games that we are going to be playing this month on March. And let me tell you, it's going to be perhaps one of the biggest month that we're going to be dealing this year, because there are a lot of games coming out this month. As in, there's going to be a lot of games, and also a lot of games I'm going to probably try to do a lot of catch up, as well as big updates coming up for, Battlefield 2042, which is going to get is Season 7 update, I believe, which is going to be including 2 new maps, new weapons, new vehicles, and probably a lot more stuff that I'm not keeping track of. But this month is going to be pretty damn crazy on the games that we're going to be playing, so hopefully hopefully you'll be looking forward to it. So other than that, sit back, relax, and let's get cooking. Alright, so right off the bat, you already know Dragon's Dogma 2 is pretty much coming out this month. I think it's like around March 20th or something. Let me check real quick what exact day is coming out. So it's coming out on the 21st, so that's like roughly 3 weeks from now on Thursday. So which means that I'm going to be playing the first game, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, as much as I can before part 2 comes out. And I might consider moving to Dragon's Dogma 2 once the game comes out. But part of me want to play and beat the first game at least, before starting out playthrough for the second game. Now, I'm not sure if playing the DLC for the first game is gonna matter. It might matter, but I'm gonna do the best of my ability and try to beat the main game for the first Dragon's Dogma first, before we start our playthrough for Dragon's Dogma 2. But Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be potentially the highlight of the month, potentially, but time will tell if I'm able to beat the first game on time, which, like I said, I'm going to do the best of my ability in playing the first game as much as I can. And with that said, that means I am going to be replacing Starfield on the Saturday upload with Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Now, granted, I want to beat Starfield someday, but I'm going to have to put Starfield in the back burner this month, simply because I'll be honest, the game is just it's kind of boring, and it's compared to the previous Bethesda game, Starfield. It's just I don't got it in me to play Starfield at the moment, so I'm gonna put Starfield in the back burner. We might bring it back in the weekend uploads for next month, but time will tell. But right now, I gotta prioritize Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen first, so that way we can get into Dragon's Dogma 2 right off the bat. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, so Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen will be replacing Starfield on the Saturday weekend upload. So, but Cyberpunk 2077 will be the same on Sunday, because I'm still quite enjoying Cyberpunk 2077 at the moment. So I will keep that on the Sunday's upload. But once we beaten the game, once we did all the gigs, especially beating Phantom Liberty, well, we got to replace Cyberpunk 2077 with something else after that. Because I'm not going to play the game again. I might do that in my spare time, but I don't think it's not really worth doing another full playthrough again for Cyberpunk 2077, unless I really want to play as Female V to see what kind of different options that you get. But I might do that in my spare time, but I'll probably will not record that, because I already did my playthrough. I did my playthrough already, so I'm probably not gonna do that unless you guys are very, very interested in seeing another playthrough of me doing as Female V for Cyberpunk. You gotta leave it the comments down below, or like the video enough, or hit the like button in this video enough to the point where I will consider doing a playthrough for Female V in Cyberpunk 2077. But I think in this case, I'm just gonna do my off-time playthrough, just do my own thing, choose different decisions, all that kind of stuff, to see maybe different builds, especially to see how the game plays differently when you start from the scratch up. So, but other than that, yeah, Cyberpunk is still going to be uploading every Sundays, while Dragon's Dogma 1 will be replacing Starfield every Saturday upload. So Other than that, hopefully you guys are okay with that change. Hopefully you guys are okay with me kind of postponing the playthrough for Starfield for a little bit. As I said before, I'll probably bring it back for next month until I have fully beaten the game. And something tells me we're not even remotely close to being in the game, or maybe we are, potentially, but time will tell. We still haven't done all the side missions for the factions yet, so that's like another whole playthrough arc for that one. So I'm pretty sure we are still not far from finishing Starfield, but once we do, that's gonna be it. And the game that I absolutely have to finish is Alan Wake 1, so that I could start my playthrough in Alan Wake 2. And yes, I have said this many times that I'm gonna be playing and beating Alan Wake 1, so that way I can start my playthrough for Alan Wake 2. Hopefully that is the case for this month. Hopefully we'll be able to beat the first game. We might even skip DLC as well, just to hop straight into the main game of Alan Wake 2. Although the DLC do kind of tie it in into the storyline with Alan Wake 2, so we probably will do a video on those DLC videos as well. Hopefully they're not too long, but we shall see. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to beat Alan Wake Remastered, so that way we can start our playthrough for Alan Wake 2, and then we will continue our playthrough throughout the months until we've beaten that game. Because I really want to play that game. I really want to see what kind of new things that Remedy has to offer with Alan Wake 2, and to see how that's going to tie it in with Control. That will probably lead to the sequel for Control. Who knows? But I haven't played the game yet, so we shall see. We have beaten Crysis 2 Remastered last month, so I'm thinking, you know what? Let's start a playthrough for Crysis 3 Remastered this month. And truth to be told, I have never played Crysis 3, so I have no clue what the game's about. I've seen, like, you know, promos and trailers when it first came out back in the, you know, the 360 and PS3 at the time, but really haven't gotten a chance to play it ever since beating, you know, 2 at the time. And I really liked Crysis 2, although it definitely took away of the open sandbox gameplay that the first game has to offer. I still think the first game, I have to say, is probably one of my favorites still. Although part 2 was pretty good too, has probably one of the most iconic soundtracks of the whole series. And the story is kind of confusing. It's kind of okay-ish, but it makes up for the music, the gameplay, the graphics especially still looks pretty good today. And now we'll be able to finally check out Crysis 3, which at the time when the game came out like 10 years ago, probably longer than that. That was like the benchmark of PC gaming. That specific game, the first game as well, but the third game was specifically the most demanding. But now you can play the game in high frame rates now with, you know, today's high-end cards now, which is crazy. So now I think Cyberpunk 2077 kind of take the spot on that. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to Crysis 3 Remastered playthrough. I know I am, and I'm hoping the game will live up to the hype. And hopefully the game is somewhat good, which will get me somewhat excited for the potential sequel that is currently in development by Crytek. Honestly, they should just leave it alone, but if they can somehow bring the game back to life, and hopefully, who knows, the game might be good and might just be a nail to the coffin to the franchise. We're just going to have to see once they show actual gameplay of it. I don't know when that's going to be, considering a lot of game companies have been, you know, laying off a bunch of people lately. So who knows? Maybe those projects has been canceled, but we shall see. And we've beaten Tekken 7 as well last month, which is only just specifically the story mode. I did play a little bit of the character episode as well, but they were really short and very underwhelming. And I heard that character episodes in Tekken 8 has been improved drastically, where they have included up to 5 fights instead of 1 fight. So I'm a little bit excited for playing the character episode in Tekken 8, considering that you are finding a lot more fighters now, and maybe a little bit more in-depth storyline with that specific character now, you know, rather than just having a 1 cutscene, 2 cutscenes, and then that's it for Tekken 7. So yeah, we're all definitely going to be checking out Tekken 8 this month. We are definitely going to be playing the story mode, as well as checking out the character episodes, and perhaps play some arcade quests as well, which I think that's probably the one of the many ways you can earn the in-game fight money, so you can use that money to buy, more in-game content, like more costumes for clothing for the character creation in the game. So I'm looking forward to that. Now they did recently added the Tekken shop, which unfortunately you do have to use real money to buy some of those vintage costumes from previous Tekken games. Luckily, I'm not really the biggest Tekken fan, even though I definitely enjoyed Tekken 7. I'm not really the biggest fan, so some of those vintage costumes don't really hit me the most. But to a lot of people who have played Tekken for the longest time, they're more likely they're probably going to be dashing out the credit card and buy some of those costumes. And for the most part, they do look good. I wish MK1 can do that with much respect. And yeah, let's not talk about Mortal Kombat 3 Sub-Zero skin, because my lord, that looks... let's not talk about it. Speaking of Mortal Kombat 1, Peacemaker has just came out, and from what I've seen, Peacemaker looks absolutely insane, which I'm definitely going to be practicing him a lot and learning the combos and a lot of the different combinations that he can do, because apparently the character is so nutty that even a big YouTuber that likes to play a lot of fighting games jump out of his chair and went absolutely apeshit on Peacemaker specifically. So if you make a big YouTuber that loves to play fighting games, make him jump out of his chair, NetherRealm is doing something right with Peacemaker. So we're definitely gonna have to check out Peacemaker in Mortal Kombat 1, of course, to learn his combos as well as finding out his ending. But it's simply because he's voiced and motion captured by John Cena himself. That's right, John Cena himself is voicing Peacemaker, since he played the role in the Suicide Squad as well as the Peacemaker show, which I have yet to see, and I should probably watch it after this video. But yeah, I'm glad that they're able to get John Cena back to play as Peacemaker, because honestly, I think without him in the Suicide Squad movie, I think the movie would have been meh. But with him in it, it just made the movie so much better. So I'm glad that they brought him back, and from all the gameplays I've seen, other people playing him, Peacemaker looks pretty crazy and a whole lot of fun to play as compared to the base fighters in MK1. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out Peacemaker, and hopefully he will deliver in end game, as well as what kind of ending he's gonna get at the end of the tower mode. And of course, we're going to be checking out Season 4 as well. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do Season 3 because I was literally doing it on the last day. And it just wasn't going to happen. I was not going to be able to get it done in one day. So I had to completely cut Season 3 playthrough for that. But at least I got Quan Chi at least. And let me tell you, Quan Chi in this game absolutely fucking slaps. Like, of all the characters I played in the base game, Quan Chi is pretty damn fun. The matter of fact, he plays so much better than Shang Tsung. Now, granted, Shang Tsung in MK1 is definitely a lot more harder to master, because he got two different forms, old man form, and then he got his regular form. And when you switch to old man form, his move sets completely changes. And I get completely confused, and I end up not doing too well at Shang Tsung. So yeah, Shang Tsung, it just doesn't work for me. It's just simply because I suck as him. But to anybody that can master both forms of Shang Tsung, I have to commend you, because my lord, you gotta be an absolute beast to learn Shang Tsung's both forms at the same time. But yeah. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Another game that I want to come back to is... Another game that I definitely want to finish is Call of Duty 2003. Now, I started to play through this for like 2 months ago, and I did intend on doing a full playthrough last month, but considering that I did the big hard drive wipe by accident last month, I lost all my saves. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to play some of those missions again to do some catch-up until we get to the point where we last left off. But regardless, though, we're all going to be continuing our playthrough for Call of Duty 1. And then hopefully we can do some of the other older games too, like Call of Duty United Offensive and Call of Duty 2. We're not going to be able to do Call of Duty 3 because that is console exclusive, and doing recording screen capture for console games on my PC specifically, or just on PC in general, it's just a pain in the ass to set up. So I'm probably not going to be doing that anytime soon. But yeah, hopefully you guys will be looking forward to Call of Duty 1, to where the game pretty much how Call of Duty was born and how the game pretty much evolved and of course devolved to this era of Call of Duty. But yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. We also got Horizon Forbidden West. That's another game that I forgot to mention. That is coming out literally on the exact same day on Dragon's Dogma 2. So not sure why they would release it on the same day of Dragon's Dogma 2, because honestly I think Dragon Dogma 2 is gonna absolutely overshadow Horizon Forbidden West on PC. But regardless though, I am probably going to be starting a playthrough on this game as well, since I've fully beaten the first game. I did beat the DLC. Unfortunately, I did lost the full playthrough for the DLC playthrough for my hard drive wipe, so that playthrough will be cancelled. But at least I will be able to check out the full game of Horizon Forbidden West to see if the game lives up to the hype and from its predecessor, and to see if it's any good. I heard mixed things about this. A lot of people like it, but at the same time it's not really a big step up from the first game. Also, a lot of people didn't like how they changed the character for Aloy as well. But regardless though, we're all going to be checking the game out. I might end up liking it, I might not liking it, but we'll be probably doing a full playthrough on this, because this is one of the games I actually do quite want to play, considering I really did enjoy the first game. I think the first game was really fun. Yeah, we're all going to be doing a playthrough for Horizon Forbidden West, although Dragon's Dogma 2 might overshadow it. I don't know, we shall see, because March 21st is, like I said, is literally near the end of the month, so I'm not sure we're going to have time to do a playthrough for this game, but we shall see. This is going to be in the honorable mentions, but I'm really hoping we have the time and checking out the first 3 Tomb Raider games remastered. Now, truth to be told, I have never played any of the Tomb Raider games besides the reboot that came out back in 2013. So I have no knowledge of Tomb Raider other than that she is pretty much female Indiana Jones in the modern times. That's the only thing I get. That's about Lara Croft. And of course, she's a very iconic video game character. And like I said, never played the game before, so this is going to be my first time playing the game. So we'll be playing the first 3 games. So, and from what I've seen, the remastered version of the game, it looks pretty good. They actually took the time to actually remaster the game to make, you know, certain models look better, the graphics that make it look a lot better than it looked before. But they also kept the original soundtrack, the sound effects, the voice acting intact, which I think is amazing. If you're doing a remaster of a game, you shouldn't touch that unless you're doing a remake. If you're doing a remake, okay, it kind of makes sense that you are going to be using new voice lines. You're going to change some things here and there. But if you're just simply doing a remaster of the game, leave the voice acting alone. Now, granted, Dressur or Humans 1 and 2 did use those games were considered remakes, but they still kept the voice line intact from the old game. So, who knows? They might change some things here and there. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they keep the game as original as possible. But yeah, we're absolutely going to be checking out the first Tomb Raider game remastered. From what I've seen, it is an old game, so I don't know. We'll just have to depend if the controls are any good. That's what's going to really matter to me. If the controls are good, I can have a good time with the game. But if the controls absolutely suck, or I just can't get into it, then I'm just not going to play it. As simple as that. But hopefully that's not the case for Tomb Raider Remastered, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I really want to continue my playthrough for RoboCop Rogue City, but it's probably also going to be listed in the honorable mention too, because I am in the process of getting back to where I last left off, considering for some reason when I launched the game on Steam, my save file is gone, except even though Steam Cloud is on for that, on all my games, I don't have my save files for Rogue City on Steam, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to start from scratch on that. So that might take a little while, although might not take as long, since I'm just gonna be really speed running through it, considering I know what's gonna happen, what kind of choices I'm gonna make. So shouldn't take too long, but it is gonna take some time. Excuse me, burping hot dogs there. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's gonna take some time into getting back to that point. So yeah, hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that. If I'm able to do a playthrough for Robocop Rogue City, time will tell. And I'm probably gonna list a couple other more games and the audible mentions in the list description down below. But we might not be able to play those games, but we shall see. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna end it here for now for the monthly update video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I know I am. And I want to talk a little bit here about the state of the game industry. Just a little bit. It's a little bit sad that a lot of these big game companies are laying off a lot of people off. I think roughly about 8,000 people has been laid off from the gaming industry alone, and that's a little bit concerning. Considering a lot of big game projects are being canceled too, like the Mandalorian Star Wars first-person shooter games being made by Respawn, the guy who made Fallen Survivor, Fallen Order. They were making a Mandalorian Star Wars game, first-person shooter, but EA canned that project, unfortunately. Ridgeline Games, formerly Dice LA, got canned by EA as well, which they were responsible for saving Battlefield 4, by the way, because without them, Battlefield 4 would have been an absolute shit show. So without Ridgeline Games, aka Dice LA, Battlefield would have been absolutely dead right now. But considering that now that they got cut off completely, and I don't know what's gonna be the future holding for the next Battlefield game. Now, granted, they are going to continue making single player stuff, but they gave that to Criterion, which is all the guys who made the Need for Speed games, and I don't know what's their background, so I don't know if they're going to be able to make a proper single player mode. But it's unfortunate because you got the guy Marcus Leto, the guy who pretty much co-wrote the first Halo game. I think he also co-wrote Halo 2 and 3 too. I think the first 3 Halo games at least. He was in charge of the story narrative for Battlefield, the next Battlefield game that's coming out. He was responsible for the single player element, and I had a feeling we could have had something special with this new campaign for Battlefield. But with him and his team gone completely, I don't know what's going to be the state for Battlefield. At this rate, I don't really care about Battlefield anymore or Call of Duty. I'm just gonna judge it based on what I'm gonna see on the gameplay and the betas that I will play for those games. But honestly, I'm done with Battlefield and Call of Duty, which is unfortunate because I love Call of Duty and Battlefield because those are one of the first few games I played when I was a kid. I love them. I still want to love them now as a franchise, but considering the downward spiral that they've been going down to, both franchises, I just can't support the newer games anymore. So any new Call of Duty Battlefield games announced, I'm not really too excited, but I will take a look at them and to see if it's any good or worth playing or worth spending the money on. But I'm just done. And that same goes to a lot of AAA games lately too, that just all they care about is live service. Live service. If you do it right, it can work, but if you don't do it right, it's not gonna fucking work. Look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I only made 5 videos because I don't intend on finishing the playthrough for that game. So, and I definitely don't intend on buying the game anytime soon. If that game goes down to like $15, yeah, I will consider buying it. But at the moment, the game is just way too fucking expensive for what the game has to offer. Plus the disrespect to the Justice League, especially to Batman too. But and the whole Arkham universe that Rocksteady has built from the past 3 games, just to flush it down the toilet with Suicide Squad. Like, good job WB. Probably Rocksteady as well, but mainly WB. But yeah, good job on killing the Arkham universe. And yeah, like I said before, I don't intend on playing that piece of shit game anytime soon. And we'll see if that game even makes it past the season 2, because with the sales numbers on that game really low, a lot of refunds, including myself, refunded the game too. I don't think this game's not gonna even get a season 3. So we shall see. I'll be very surprised if Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League survives past season 2. But we shall see. Anyways, guys, that's enough for the rant. I just want to talk about a little bit of the gaming industry. AAA gaming is just not in the right state right now. If you want to enjoy gaming, support the indie developers. They right now they are the only ones that really care about making these games. Even the double A's too, like the guys who did Baldur's Gate 3, Larian Studios. They're still adding stuff to it with all these big patches after the release of the game. They're still adding more content into the game. Like, what the hell, Larian Studios? You're killing it. Keep up the good work. How come no other AAA companies can't fucking do this? Like, god damn. Support the indie developers and a lot of the AA companies that at least know how to make a proper video games. The AAA games state, they gotta figure out how to make better games, especially Ubisoft. I'm looking at you, Ubisoft. Quadruple A games, get that shit out of my face. Fucking Skull and Bones, fucking quadruple A bullshit. Learn how to make good games. How about that, Ubisoft? And also, fuck your damn Ubisoft Connect app too. It's a piece of shit. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end here for now. I've been ranting on for far too long. Video's been gone way too long. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I know I am. Stay safe out there and stay awesome. And of course, if you guys got any other games you want me to play or any other suggestions of how I should improve the channel, leave the comments down below and I will check them out. And if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you guys didn't, hit the dislike button. It's all up to you. And before I go, big shout out to all my supporters, all the subscribers, both old and new. You guys are fucking awesome. Without you guys, I will not be doing this stuff. And I would be doing something else. I wouldn't be doing videos. But because of you guys' support and keep watching the videos and liking or disliking or comments, whichever, I really appreciate you guys' support. And it means a lot to me. So let's keep it going. We're almost close to 1,000 subscribers. Let's keep it going. But other than that, oh yeah, before I leave, games giveaway. Here are the keys for the games. Get them while they last, because it is first come first serve, and those games could be ranging from AAA, double A's to indies, and it is going to be PC only. So keep that in mind. Every time I give away this game, it's going to be PC only, so no consoles. But I will leave what kind of platform you can use to redeem them. So it could be a GOG, Steam, Epics, EA, Ubisoft, etc. You know the drill. But yeah. But other than that, the keys again, in case you guys miss it, get them while they last, because once they're gone, they're gone. But yeah, I'm gonna end here for now, guys. So anyways, happy gaming. Stay safe out there. Stay awesome. And without further ado, until then, I will see you in the next one. Peace.